morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, my juicy little lads. Thank you, little lads. You're delicious and bright. Yes, they are, aren't they? My delicious little babies. Now then, it's just gone 11:30 a.m. in our UK, my delicious little babies. Now then, very little blue sky. That doesn't mean full of clouds. Not your white fluffy white clouds, grey clouds, but there is some sunshine and there is a lot of wind and it is not warm. Okay, my delicious little babies. So that is the weather forecast, my delicious little babies, in my neck of the woods. Now, however, you know, it could very well differ in other parts of the old UK. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so what have I got for you today? There's not a lot, to tell you the truth. And I just want to say, now, I woke up feeling, you know, super duper, there we are, delicious, okay? Like I usually do. It's very rare that I would wake up and have a mood on me, have a cob on. That's what we call it, my delicious babies, where you got a cob on. Do you see what I mean? But I felt this sense of... you know, where you've heard the word morning, like it's not as if to say good morning, it's like you're in mourning, and that's doesn't mean my delicious little babies, meaning like today is a day of mourning. You know, because as we very well know, you got the putrid effing elections. 4th of July today, my delicious little babies, 2024, Thursday. And of course, you know, we'll always remember that because it's bin day, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? That's in my neighbourhood, okay, my delicious little babies, it's bin day. So, my dear little bin men, and of course with anybody and anything, not in that way, not in that way. But I've given them their packet of biscuits, God bless them, you know, because I just like to be very thankful, do you know what I mean? Because otherwise we'd have a pile up of rubbish, you know, and of course naturally it will stink, won't it? So, yeah, but we'll always remember the 4th of July 2024 in our UK, because like I said, Thursday bin day. Okay, my delicious little babies, so we're waiting here. What the crack is here, weren't we? My delicious little babies. Let's just see what's been fixed. There we are, shall we? My delicious little babies. Now then, so I'll mention these two things first, and then I'll mention the last two. Okay, my delicious little babies. When I talk about morning, what I'm saying is, it's like it's because you got the bairns off school, it seems. Okay, the road seems very, I don't know, it's really hard to explain because you got some, God bless, who are off work as well. It's too, there we are, it's too still. Okay, my delicious little babies, it's really hard for me to explain, okay? Maybe there's something in the air now, do you see what I mean, okay? So, let me get back to this now then. So this upload of my delicious little babies happens to have 4,900 and, is that, 96,000 subscribers. So it's 4996, my delicious little babies. Search engine of your choice. And I've advertised these before. If you could please and thank you type in, so it's a word and a, you know, numbers together, December 19, okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, the video should read, oh sorry, and then space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination, okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, the video should read, Ukrainian prisoner of war said that in Ukraine, the organs of seriously wounded are sold. Okay, my delicious little baby. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Ukrainian prisoner of war said that in Ukraine, the organs of seriously wounded are sold. Okay, this is only a couple of minutes long on BitChute, my delicious little babies. Okay, for anybody who happen to take an interest. But of course, as we very well know, there we are, I've known a long time, there we are for years, okay, what goes on in the likes of Ukraine and Prague, okay, my delicious, there we are, little babies, okay. So, you know, for myself, this is not what I would find something new to know, very sadly, okay, my delicious little babies, okay. But at the same time, when I was watching this is what was very interesting. It's almost as if I actually felt as if he was reading from something as well, my delicious little babies, okay. But of course, you know, wanting to get the message out, and of course, as I always believe, it is important to get messages out, my delicious little babies, because the more awareness that we have, okay, is the more that I feel we can make, there we are, a positive change, okay. It's certainly better out of the bag, there we are, than in the bag. Put it that way, my delicious babies. And I did not mean that in any other way when I said that. It's just something just came out my trap, okay, my delicious babies. Now the next one, this uploader happens to have 71,202 subscribers, my delicious little babies. And this is, oh, God bless him, our lovely, and like I said with anybody, not in that way, our lovely Nicholas Veniamin. Okay, my delicious little babies. So please, if you can, please and thank you, type into a search engine of your choice, Nicholas, okay, so it's Nicholas, Nicholas, and then a space, Veniamin. So I'm just going to, Veniamin, sorry, I'm just going to spell that for you. Veramin. Okay, my delicious little babies, Nicholas Veniamin. Okay, I do mention him from time to time, God bless, okay. Well, his video should read, and of course, sorry, space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination, okay, my delicious little babies. But of course, he was another one, God bless him, who used to be on YouTube, my delicious little babies, until very sadly, God bless him, they banged him off as well, okay. Sorry, excuse me. And what that was to do with was, it was to do with a guest that he had on. I cannot remember what guest it was now, okay? So it's got to have been about a year, and it's got to be a year and a half ago now. And he always did his best, did little Nicholas, to, you know, to make sure to protect his channel. Because as we very well know, you know, you couldn't say this thing now, you couldn't say that thing now, as we very well know. My delicious little babies, the majority of you will know this, with all of the censoring and everything. Well, you see, the thing is now, is that one particular guest had said something which clearly old YouTube never liked. So the consequences was, and the thing was, he did build up, there we are, very high numbers on YouTube, God bless him, but yes, so very sadly he had to leave as well, okay, and there was no way of him being able to come back, okay, my delicious babies. But of course, his guest did not do it on purpose, okay. It's like you could just say something that you feel is simple now, simple things, yes, but YouTube seeing it in a completely different light, shall we say, okay. But yeah, Nicholas Veniamin, sorry, is really good, okay. Now, the video should read, and I'm really pleased to see his numbers, there we are, so high, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, so let's push them higher. The video should read, Ian Clark discusses the iodine war conspiracy with Nicholas Veniamin. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Ian Clark discusses the iodine war conspiracy with Nicholas Veniamin. Okay, it's very interesting. That's around, is it 30 minutes long, or could be just over? And yes, this is to do with it talks about salt, it talks about other things now they do. So yes, very interesting. I mean, they mentioned seaweed actually. Now you see, I've mentioned seaweed, okay, and as I've always said, I happen, there we are, to love seaweed. I can eat a full bowl of it or a full plate, no trouble at all, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? It is very salty and it is very crunchy, but I happen to like it. Do you see what I mean? Yes, because I happen to love salt. And of course, you know, you were here on the internet. You know, this is what I'm saying. You see, to me, my delicious little babies, what I believe, okay, and it's only my view, I'm a woman with a view, I shall have my effing view. And the way that I see it is, yes, ones can listen to this video now, then that video now, then the next video. The fact of the matter is that we know, there we are, our own bodies, isn't it? Yes, okay. So surely to goodness, we would know, okay, what our body, there we are, needs. Do you see what I mean? And this is where the trust comes into it. It's like I could walk into a supermarket. I've said this long time, okay? And there we are. This is something that's been going on for years with myself, okay? But because I'm spiritual in the meaning that I trust, there we are. It's all about trust, do you see? So I could walk into a supermarket or to go on a farm or anything, and I'll be drawn, or my beautiful dear little spirit guides, how I love you also, would take me to where I need to get something. There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, so what my body needs, okay, dear spirit, there we are, will let me know. Okay. And one of the things now, and that doesn't mean that I just got an itch. One of the things now is salt. Now, that's what I'm saying, getting back to the matter in hand. So only you would know there we are, yourself, what your body needs, isn't it? Yes, okay. And for myself, I happen to love a lot of salt. Yes, I do. And of course, I've said it on my other videos. And common sense, it's all common sense. So I'm not being rude or disrespectful here, my delicious little babies. It's common sense. If you've had too much salt, naturally, ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense, you're going to drink a glass of water. Well, usually you would reach for the water. There we are, which I would, okay? Should I have had too much salt, okay? But I know how much to put in my food. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But I could not live without my salt, no. Now, I also happen to love black pepper, white pepper, spices. The only two that I seem to struggle with, and this is to do with like I love parsley. I can put that in different, I cannot eat it on its own, but I can put it in meals, okay? But the two that I struggle with is basil and coriander. So I always found that, say if you have a curry, like an Indian curry, and it's got coriander, I can sniff it, I can taste it straight away, and it'll put me off the meal, okay? I always say, my delicious little babies, that coriander tastes like, you know, when you're little, and like you're playing with a washing up liquid. You know, we've all done it. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And you're playing with the washing up liquid, and you might get hair in your mouth, so you know, so you've got the washing up liquid on your fingers, you know what I mean? And then you do this, yes, and then you go, do you see what I mean? Yes, okay, so everybody must have done that at some stage, right? Well, I have, okay? I always feel that coriander tastes like washing up liquid. I don't know, I cannot explain it, I just do not, I cannot bear it, okay? Or basil, I just have an issue with both of those. Do you see what I mean? Yes, I'm just not keen on it at all, okay? But of course, as we very well know, with a lot of curries, especially if you go out to a restaurant or something like that now then, chances are, there we are, they're going to put coriander in. So when I used to eat meat, it's like the chicken, it wouldn't taste like chicken. All it would taste of, it's like the coriander overpowered, there we are, even the spices. Now with me, I've got a full, there we are, cupboard of spices. Do you see what I mean, okay? So I feel, there we are, most blessed, you know. But I happen to work, there we are, with a lot of spices. Do you see what I mean, okay? And so that's what usually goes, there we are, into my meals. on a daily basis. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. So my point is, my delicious little babies, only yourself would know. So yes, it's good to watch other videos, you know, to get some kind of guidance on, you know, maybe if one is not, doesn't mean that, you know, sure, okay. But for myself, you know, there's too many. I know that they're there to make ka-ching, 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 isn't it? Yes. But to me, there's too many. And also, there we are. There's one that, there we are, contradicts the other. Do you see what I mean? There we are, my delicious little babies. Do you see? Okay. So one would say one set of videos would say, oh yes, you know, well, you should not have salt. And then another video would say, well, yes, you should have salt. Well, make your effing mind up. Because it's very clear to myself that I do not feel as though they've really done, especially the ones who say not to use salt, they clearly have not done enough research, have they? I've got nothing across my shoulders, so that's telling me no. Do you see? Yet, of course, you will get, very sadly, viewers out there who will believe, there we are, this shat. Do you see? So this is what this is about, my delicious little babies. So it's all about yourself. I'm not talking about everybody, my delicious little babies. No, I am not, okay? I'm just saying that it is up to each man or woman to be able to say, okay, I need to eat that. Now, how I would say this is it's okay, it's like a craving, okay? So I'm not talking about craving like eating a load of effing junk food every day or a load of cream cakes every day. No, I am not. I do not mean that kind of craving. The kind of craving that I'm talking about, my delicious little babies, is where your body's telling you, it's like today, okay, I'm in the camera now, okay, I've not had any breakfast yet, okay, because it just depends what mood I'm in. Some days I'll get straight up and, you know, make me brekkie, okay, and then other times I think, oh no, I'm not so hungry at the moment. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So when I come off the camera, I'm going to have, there we are, 2 sticks of celery with some salt, okay, and all I do is just sprinkle it on, just cut it up and just eat it, okay. So, you know, straight down the hole. Do you see what I mean? Okay. Somebody's just saying celery. Do you see? So I'm going to have some of that now. And today I'm going to make, it's like a tuna pie that I'm going to make. And of course, you know, you need mashed potatoes, a couple of tins of tuna. You need... well, I'm going to add spices into mine, okay? So it's not just, there we are, just going to be plain, okay? So I'm going to do it like that. Then you add cheese and everything, and then you bake it, okay? And yes, so that is what I'm going to be having today, my delicious little babies, okay? You know, you can make one about this, okay? So, but I make sure that I'm going to have a full grapefruit, a red grapefruit, okay? So it's like what your body... Okay, so I'm not here to bore you, my delicious little babies. I'm just done explaining how I deal with things. You see what I mean? Like if something says, if my body says, well, okay, you're going to have more salt, or say I have a craving. Could be anything as well, like a banana. Oh yeah, that reminds me. That's at the top of the page. I'm going to tell you that in a moment, my delicious little babies. Like if you to have a banana, well, banana, see, I'm stumbling here. I'm going to tell you all about this, my delicious little babies. Well, with a banana, you have the potassium, don't you? Do you see what I mean? Okay. So what this is all about is balance. Do you see? Okay. So if you can get that right balance, then you're all right. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, that's all I'm done saying. Do you see? Okay, so like I said, I'm not here to bore you. And I forgot about this one. This uploader happens to have 8,054 subscribers, my delicious little babies. This one's on BitChute as well. Completely forgot about this one. This uploader, so search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies. If you could please and thank you, type in band dot video, okay, my delicious little babies, in space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. This video should read, and it's only a couple of minutes long, my delicious little babies. This is how people, stumbled there, with power and money influence public opinion. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry, my delicious little babies, okay? Anyway, well, I'll still mention that one anyway. This one's not 2 minutes long. Sorry, my delicious little babies. How long's this one? I'm trying to remember the video now. Let's have a look. I think, my delicious little babies, so please, just don't quote me. I think this is it about six odd minutes long or something, if I've got the right video. So I've looked at that many my delicious little babies in the past day or so. Anyway, my delicious little babies, that's well worth, okay? So I had the wrong one. Please do forgive me, okay? This is the one with the banana, okay? So, my apologies, okay? Sincere apologies. Right, okay? This uploader happens to have 13,883 subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? And this is BitChute as well. So search engine of your choice again, my delicious little babies, okay? And if you could please and thank you, type in alien, then space, wars, and then space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, the video should read, this is the one that's a couple of minutes long, my delicious little babies. Beware of the new toxic banana. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Beware of the new toxic banana. Now, what it shows at the start of this video, my delicious little babies, okay, is it's a banana. This is in America, over the pond in America again. Born in the USA. Wow. So they get whoever it is, I can assume it is a woman. So they got the bananas from the supermarket, brought the bananas home, my delicious little baby. So opened up one, and like normally when you get a banana and then you just break it, okay? Well, I could go and get a banana now to show you. Of course, you would know this anyway, okay? So, do forgive me. I did not mean that sarcastically, okay? Well, this particular banana, see, I'm stumbling again on this. She's trying to break it, to break it into half, yes? And, well, it's just bending. And then when she eventually did get to pull it away, okay, in half, it's like, the way that it's explained on the video, it's like a glue. I mean, that's not sounding very healthy, is it, my delicious little babies? Do you not feel? Anyway, I happened to see another video, when was it, weeks ago now? It's on one of these little shorts videos on YouTube, and it was showing that, where was it, in some sort of place on an island. They had these tiny bananas like this, and when you open them, loads of black seeds, and this man was crunching on this tiny banana, right? But the bits, the black bits, you have to spit them out, okay? But yeah, showing you a little banana like that, that's just reminded me, my delicious little babies. Oh, they look horrible. Do you know what I mean? But apparently, they do have, some form of goodness, but you can only have one part and not the other part, if you know what I mean. Anyway, my delicious little babies, so that one there, yes, well, I mean, it was only, when was it, the other week, to do with the melons, the watermelons, the red ones, my delicious little babies. So you had those where they were having white foam coming out of them, and then others where it was just like water, others where it looked like meat inside of it. So what's going on with the fruit, my delicious little babies? It's just a question, isn't it? Question. Do you say? I mean, something's clearly, there we are, not right, is it? But you shouldn't go and buy a watermelon or a banana and have this sort of situation now, isn't it? Okay? But of course, it's clearly somebody messing with the food. Do you say? Of course, we've been done talking about this. There we are, long time. And there's thousands of other uploaders, God bless them all, talking about the food situation. Now then, my delicious little babies. Sorry, I've got to mention this one as well. This one here, I think, is it about 20 minutes long? It could be. Anyway, my delicious little babies. This uploader happens to have 4,149 subscribers. My delicious little babies. The search engine of your choice again. Do forgive me. I thought, I said I never had a lot. You know what I mean? I completely forgot about the previous page. You see what I mean? I do apologise, my delicious little babies, once again. So if you could please and thank you, search engine of your choice, back space 2 space Constitution, then space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, so this one here, this video should read, getting screwed by government and fast food restaurants ads that mislead customers. Okay, my delicious little babies, I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Getting screwed by government and fast food restaurants ads that mislead customers. Yes, my delicious little babies. So now I can go back over the other page. So what this is talking about, they're called in America, and it's called Wendy's. That doesn't mean no. Now, what it is, my delicious little babies, okay, so, you know, well, it's quite obvious. Well, it is to myself anyway, my delicious little babies. It is a fast food outlet. Now, I have been seeing there we are, videos to do with this Wendy's, okay, my delicious little babies. Now, what this particular video is talking about is how something would look on, say, a sign. Okay, so it would look like, that doesn't mean no, gosh, what's happening today? So it could look all, say if you eat meat now, all juicy and delicious. So you've got, say, a beef burger or a chicken burger, and then you've got cheese and you've got everything else with it now then, isn't it? But what it's showing on this video is that when you receive what you've ordered, the picture that you've seen does not quite come out the same. Okay, now there we are. Now even in our UK, there we are, long time, for years, this has been going on, my delicious little babies. Do you see where, you know, something can look juicy and delicious, and when you've ordered it, it's as flat as a pancake, just the same, my delicious little babies, and it does certainly not look as appetizing as the picture. So there we are, there's no change there, my delicious little babies, okay? But what this uploader, you know, uploading their video, they're clearly highlighting how ones out here, you know, there we are, can be deceived. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So, yes, an interesting little video to listen to, okay? But this, like I said, this has been going on a long time. You know, there's no change. Do you see what I mean, okay? It's just that, you know, unless I suppose you go into one of these top restaurants. What was it now? I've seen years ago now, Gordon Ramsay. Who was he with? That Fred, the French fella. And what's his name? Gino, the Italian fella. And they went into, it's just reminded me, went into this restaurant in America. And Gordon Ramsay said to them, oh, you know, if you just please, you know, sit there and wait a minute, and I'm just going to go out to, you know, to the kitchen. And then brought this beef burger, okay, my delicious little babies, which looked like, did it have 2 burgers or 1 on it? I cannot remember that. Anyway, it was really hard like this, so then it had a stick in the centre, you know, because they went through that stage, didn't they? My delicious little babies, there we are, because I remember it a long time. And when, I can't remember whether it was Gino or Fred, I think it could have been Gino, and he asked how much this 1 burger was, my delicious little babies, and Gordon Ramsay said, well, you know, we can only have a bit of it each. Okay, so Gordon Ramsay, they shared it between the three of them. And when he told Gino and Fred that it was $700 for this burger, my delicious little babies. Do you know what? Gino said, well, I wouldn't pay it. Do you see what I mean? Okay, my delicious little babies, you know. Oh, sorry, excuse me. To pay $700 for a burger, my delicious little babies. And of course, it was piled high. Please excuse me. I need a sip of my creamy coffee, please, and thank you. All of a sudden, I've just, for some strange reason, my delicious little babies anyway. Mind you, if somebody was, you know, and I ate meat, if someone was to bring me a burger and to give me the bill and just say, well, that's $700 flipping dollars. Well, let me tell you, I'd throw it back in a flipping bird race. Do you see what I mean? Okay? Nobody should have to pay a flipping $700 for a burger. Are they having an effing laugh? But swear down, that's the truth. My delicious little babies, okay? But that burger, when you seen it, was piled high, okay? So, but say if you go to a fast food like in our UK, I don't know, McDonald's, I think Burger King's a bit better, okay, my delicious little babies. Mind you, I do know a fair few where they prefer Burger King to McDonald's, okay? But yes, it usually it looks nothing like the picture, my delicious little babies. But like I said, this has been going on for many years. Do you say? Anyway, my delicious little babies, so just thought I'd mention that. Yeah, but that just took me back then. It just reminded me of something. But yeah, even Gino said he wouldn't pay $700. Do you see? It's only for the fact that they got this opportunity because they're doing a series. Do you know what I mean? Or their little whatever they do, programming, okay? That they could get this burger for free. But no, it's crackers. Absolutely crackers. To me, that's more ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching than sense. My delicious little babies, as far as I'm concerned. There's so many who, just to make ends meet, just to buy a loaf of bread, a milk and a bag of sugar. Do you see what I mean? So, you know, if that's the best they can do, well, leave them where they are, isn't it? Now then, my delicious little babies. So this last one that I want to talk about, I'm not going to stay on it for very long, okay? But this came up on my feed this morning, my delicious little babies, because I happened to be, oh bless, pussycat sitting, okay? So I went up to go and, you know, and to make sure, you know, that she's got fresh water and, you know, fresh food and everything, okay? But she's not wanting to come in at the moment, okay? So I'm going to have to go back up very shortly and, you know, to go and see to her while her mummy and daddy's away, okay? So this came up on my feed and I thought, right, I'll go and see to our little baby now then, our little princess. Then I'll come back down and listen to the rest of it. I've never seen this uploaded before, my delicious little babies, okay? So this is on YouTube now, my delicious little babies, okay? Now, this uploader happened at that time to have 2.81 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? And the uploader, it simply says Betty, okay, Betty, Betty, okay, my delicious little babies. Usually, somebody would be called Betty if they're Elizabeth, okay, that's how I've always known anyway. I mean, there could be other reasons, but what I'm saying is that usually somebody would call, if somebody's called Elizabeth, they would call her Betty for short, okay, my delicious little babies, okay. Anyway, well, I can only assume that Betty is this man who, you know, the uploader, he's a beautiful German Shepherd. Bless. Oh, German Shepherds are beautiful, you know. Anyway, I just love all animals, do you know what I mean? My delicious babies and little and large birdies and everything, okay? And creatures great and small. But anyway, that's the uploader, my delicious babies. Now, the video should read, how many days ago is it, my delicious little babies? 4 days ago, this video. But like I said, I've never seen this uploaded before, but so this will be like a one-off, if you know what I mean, okay? Interesting, actually. It's about 20 minutes long, I think, or just over 20 minutes long. The video should read, I'm a 57-year-old man struggling with midlife crisis, lonely Friday, my only friend has left me. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'll just repeat that again for you, shall I? I'm a 57-year-old man struggling with midlife crisis, lonely Friday, my only friend has left me, okay? But then what came up was another video. So I listened to this one, and then this one came up. Same uploader, my delicious little babies, but this was 2 years ago. Now, when that one came up, this your man there seemed to have gained another few subscribers, because then it went up to from 2.81, sorry, to 2.84. Okay, my delicious little babies. But the second one that I'm talking about, okay, you know how I've been saying about where some videos been flashing like that, like with a little rectangle and the flashing. This one, it's this one here. But let me go back to the first video first, my delicious babies, okay? Because the second one, I'll just tell you what the second one is, because it's still the same uploader, my delicious babies, with Betty, the uploader in YouTube. Why I have never had a job, in brackets, why I left society 33 years ago. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Why I have never had a job, in brackets, why I left society 33 years ago. My delicious little babies. Now I'm going to close my book. So the first video, okay, with this same uploader, is, and it's very important, my delicious little babies, to take a look at some of the comments on birth videos, my delicious little babies, okay? And there was one video, like I said, the second video from 2 years ago. That's the one that keeps flashing up, you know, because that's what I'm going through at the moment. It's really strange. Certain videos it's flashing on, and it's either that or there's a box at the side, if you know what I mean, okay? Then they're just like that. But the first one, he's talking about that his daughter does not want to come shopping with him anymore. She finds it boring. She's only a young teenager, bless. Well, of course, you know, teenagers, they do get bored. My delicious little babies, I mean, they can have everything in front of them and they can still say, there we are, that they're bored. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But he's also discussing, and this may help others out there, what I'm talking about, my delicious little babies, okay? But what he's talking about is, you know, where he and his wife, they sleep in separate bedrooms, and they've been like that, I think, for about 10 years. So he's also saying that he does not have any friends, okay? And, well, basically, he's depressed. Okay, my delicious little babies. And the second video came up, okay? And where he said he'd not worked for 33 years. Well, so I listened to them. Now, the thing is, my delicious little babies, I could have clicked off so easily. I could have just clicked off, okay? But I thought, no, give your man there a chance, you know, so I can hear him out, okay? So it seems to me, I could be wrong, but I've only seen 2 videos, but like I said, it's not something now that I'll look at again. Do you know what I mean, my delicious baby? So I do not mean that in a nasty way, okay? But it seems very much to me as though he's got a rich, you know, his dear mum, God bless, very sadly passed away. So he's got his dad still here, God bless. But his dad said, you know, as soon as what was his words? As soon as I close my eyes, you know, for him, his son, the one who I'm talking about, the uploader, for him to get, there we are, for him to get a job. Okay? Now, it seems to me, because like I said, I've only just seen these videos, that he's clearly got his parents who have carried him to look after him. Okay? And plus the fact that he's been on, what is it, this depression medication, the uploader, for, is it 27 years he's been on it for? Well, to me, my delicious little babies, that in itself, I feel does not help. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? Because what he was saying is that the doctors will usually, in other words, just pop a pill, not even bothering to ask him how he is. He said it was only, a few times that the doctors asked him how he was, or give suggestions of, what type of work, for him to maybe try. But what he's saying is that he was suffering from a very young age from anxiety. Well, I happen to know over the years, my delicious little babies, yes I do, okay, over the decades, God bless them, some mankind who, there we are, has had terrible anxiety, and it's not a very nice thing at all, my delicious babies. It's really awful, actually, okay? And I've seen it firsthand, and where somebody's, there we are, it's like the stress levels, and then they, in some cases they can be very shaky, or, they don't want to be in crowds, or they're worrying themselves sick of and nothing's even happened, and they're getting themselves all worked up. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? It's like they cannot face laugh. It's just really awful. I've seen, there we are, so much of it in my decades, my delicious little babies, okay? And of course, God bless, OCD is another one, it really is serious, my delicious little babies, okay? But if it is not, there we are, nipped in the bud, it can get a lot worse, okay? So, but your man there, he's managed to produce 3 bairns, 3 children, I do believe. Is it 1 son and 2 daughters? So he was talking about, and his second video, I think it was about 30 minutes long, okay? But he was talking about that his first wife, he said, she always wanted money and everything. He was getting himself all stressed out and everything. And then he said he's not close to his, I assume his eldest daughter, because she blames him for leaving. And what he was saying is he said, I never left you. He said, I left your mum, because of the arguments, because of everything else, okay? And then, of course, he's gone on to have an ex-woman now then. Do you see what I mean? And have 2 bairns with her. Apparently, there was 2 encounters, and he said that she must have been extremely fertile, and they had 2 little bairns together. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But to myself, well, if you're an outsider looking in, well, it's very clear to myself that maybe his wife is, there we are, depressed as well. But when I listened to the first video, before seeing the second one, I was saying to myself, I was making myself a creamy coffee, and I was saying, no, I can't put my finger on this, sorry, so I'm stumbling there. Cannot put my finger on it. Do you know what I mean? It's not like somebody just coming on the camera and, and plus the fact he's had 2 women, and 2 relationships and everything. And, he's actually admitted, that he needs to work on himself, okay? Well, I mean, if we look at this another way, I mean, fair enough, if you do not want to work, I mean, that's what I'm saying, the comments, I never read, I only read a few out of each video, but it's really interesting, the comments, but there's others who, that I read that they said that, no, they didn't want to be enslaved, okay, so we can look, there we are, deeper into this, my delicious little babies, okay, but it's very surprising how many are suffering. You know what I mean? Very sadly, this depression. And for some, like I said, for decades, do you say? I've known many, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, not in that way, who are on many medications over the decades, do you say? But that is not what I feel solving the problem. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? That's just my thoughts, my views on this. Like I said, I'm a woman with a view. She'll have me effing view, but you have to look at, say his wife, yes. Well, the first relationship ended. very clearly. They clearly just did not get along, do you say? But the second relationship, well, she has to also take a look at how she's feeling as well, okay? Because really, the two of them are miserable, aren't they? My delicious little babies, do you see? And if you've got your two bairns in the home, you know, well, it's affecting, there we are, the little bairns as well, isn't it? My delicious little babies, do you see? It's better to have two parents happy and apart than having two parents together and then making the rest of the house, there we are, or household miserable. That's just the way that I see it, my delicious little babies. But he clearly does not feel that going to work is the answer. But there was a point, what his dad said, you know, God bless him, when he closes his eyes, you know, because of course it's a worry, isn't it, what's going to happen to his son, do you say? But your man there, he's talking about, you know, well, how is he going to go out and meet another woman and, you know, and everything like that now. Well, I suggest that he sorts out his relationship in his household, there we are, the way it is now. Do you see what I mean? And furthermore, I mean, let's face it, I mean, you know, there's a lot of women in the world, not being nasty, who would not want a man, well, to be not working. You know, but what he was saying, and this was interesting, what he was saying is that for most women, you know, they want, you know, a ka-ching, basically. Well, with myself, my delicious babies, I'm inclined to disagree with that. You see, if a woman, I happen to see things a different way, okay? If a woman truly, madly and deeply loves her significant other who she's with, they could live in a tent. I've been done saying this how long? Do you say? What it's about, it's not all about ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Do you see what I mean? I've been done saying this over how long now, how many times on my videos, okay? Plus, there we are, I've been saying it over the years, okay? But what you would want is, like I said, and I'll repeat again, somebody who can do some DIY in the home, you know, where you can have a good laugh together, you work as a team together, you share things together, you know, you want to be together, you're very loving together. Do you see what I mean? If there's a problem, there we are, you sit and discuss it, you talk about the problem, you do not shy away and just bury your head in the sand like an ostrich. That's the old-fashioned saying, you know, hoping that it goes away, because it doesn't go away, because all it does, where, you know, where you say you were close, then what then happens is that the bridge gets, and the gap gets wider. Do you see what I mean? So then it then becomes more difficult to sit down and have that conversation. It's not very easy at all. I've spoken to, there we are, hundreds in my time, my delicious little babies, you know, with my job roles as a reader and as a healer. Do you see what I mean? And it's not easy. And really, his situation is no different, there we are, to many that I've heard over the years, you know, where ones are living in the same, you know, in the same property, my delicious little babies. And, you know, what's happening is that they're just living a lie, basically. Sorry, could you just bear with me a moment? Just 1 second, please. I'm sorry about that, my delicious little babies. It's all right. A little parcel's come through the front door, through the letterbox, and my beautiful little Ruby's just brought it in, okay? But, of course, you know, we need to keep it intact. Anyway, my delicious little babies, so God bless you, little Rubes, my beautiful little baby. So, anyway, so the point that I'm making, my delicious little babies, is that, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I do not believe that, unless you've got greedy women now, because you've always got greedy women, you know, they want the, that doesn't mean no, they want the limelight, they want all of the things now, the nails done, they want the hair done, they want, you know, the real poshest bags and clothes and everything like that. But if you really look at it, for the average woman, no, they do not want somebody to be super duper rich. See, I've got nothing across my shoulders. What is more important than anything? Yes, you got to put food on the table. We get it. You got to put food. But the fact of the matter is, it's love, isn't it? Do you see? So if you do not have love, then, well, what does ka-ching mean? Do you see what I mean? So I had a different view on what he was saying, but clearly that's how he felt. Do you see what I mean? But it's either that or he's meeting the wrong type of woman now, then, isn't it? But it's very clear to myself that maybe the women, there we are, probably got fed up because he wasn't working. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? I don't know. But of course, to have depression for that length of time, do you see what I mean? So there's clearly, but to me, I do not even feel that this was to do with his teenage years. This has got to be going on since when he was little. I mean, how do we know? I do not know, because I've never watched his videos from the beginning. But how do we not know? Maybe his dad was always working and everything. And do you see what I mean? Nobody knows, do they? Well, I don't know. And I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not really that interested. I do not mean that nastily. I'm not really interested to look back at, because this is a one-off for me, just to explain. But I also wanted to explain that little box that I was talking about, you know what I mean? So it never came up on the first video. There we are. It came up on the second. So who is it that's wanting to get a message, there we are, across to myself, that maybe they too have been like that? Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so that's the end of my video. So I've got nothing else to say, really. I mean, to me, a woman, especially if she's looking for, somebody to share her life with, well, she's not going to want to be looking after a man. So that I'm not being nasty when I say it, my delicious babies, but she's not wanting to look after a man, pick up after him and everything, okay? And where he's like in a different vibration to herself, and he's depressed all the time because, well, that's not happiness. It's not happiness, sorry, it is existing. There we are. It is not living, is it? Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So, yes, I do feel sorry because there is a lot of mental health, and with men, they do find it more difficult, there we are, to talk about, and God bless them. But I mean, I don't know how he's going to be able to change his life at this moment in time. He certainly does need some work, you know what I mean? But to me, not being nasty, but sitting in the camera, so please don't take me the wrong way, I'm not being a bitch, I'm just done saying it, sitting in the camera, and to me, there we are, feeling sorry for yourself, I really just do not feel is the right way forward. Do you know what I mean? What he should be doing is trying to find a way out of what's here. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. Because in reality, that's the only way, there we are, that he can change. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But I certainly do not feel getting another girlfriend or something is going to help this situation. He needs to be done sorting out what's in his household now. Either the two split up, she goes her way now and he goes his way. Do you see what I mean? But, in reality, I do not feel, unless there is a woman out there who's on a lower vibration as well. So then you got the two of them, there we are, on a lower vibration. Well, how's that going to help? You see, that's all I'm saying, my delicious babies. My heart goes out to anybody who suffers with depression, with, life in general. But at the same time, it's like myself. I couldn't put up with a man, I'm just done saying it, who's depressed every flipping effing day. No? I mean, fair enough, your man there, he washes his dishes, he does everything else and whatever he does. Yes, so, he makes use of his day, or days, okay? But my point is that, I just couldn't put up with him. I'm not being nasty. I couldn't put up with a man like that. Because to me, it's like selfish as well. I don't mean it nastily. It's all about him, him, him. There we are. Do you see what I mean? And that's how, in a way, with some depressions, it can take hold of you because it's all about who it is. Do you see what I mean? It's not about anybody else or everybody else who's around them, who's also going on their journey with them. Do you see? So to me, it's not like he's tried to, I feel, change his situation. Do you see? So to me, yes, I do feel sorry, but at the same time, we're looking at things now from a different point of view. Then again, his missus, maybe she doesn't have anywhere to go either. So then you're in that situation. So there's lots of different angles, isn't there? But no, I couldn't wake up every morning. There we are with somebody who's effing miserable or depressed or, I'm not feeling, like this day, or my anxiety. It would drive me, there we are. I'm not being nasty, my delicious babies. There we are. It would drive me up the effing wall. You know what I mean? We've all gone through stages. Like I said, in my teens, my early teens, I went through terrible depression at times. But I'd left home, there we are, early. I was, in between homes. I had a lot going on, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, I was finding work, and there we are, and I was doing different things. Even though I was going through difficult stages in my own life, do you see what I mean? So I never had anyone to carry me. I had to, there we are, find my own way. Do you see? So that video there, I was, do you know what I mean? I can only hope and pray with him that he finds a way to sort himself out. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? That's all we can hope and pray. But if you existing like that, it's not very good. And I mean, and it has I don't mean in literal terms, it's figure of speech, but it has a knock-on effect with the little bairns. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So we have to look at a lot of different angles. And what did he say about his son? God bless it. He plays on his gaming stations. Well, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? I'm not saying what's right. I'm not saying what's wrong. What I'm saying is that you can be in a really dark place, but you have to say to yourself, the only way is up. Do you see what I mean? Okay, it's difficult sometimes, but that's life, isn't it? If everything was just, given to you on a silver platter. Well, anyway, I've known many, there we are, who've got everything and they're still not flipping damn happy. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? So, that's all I want to say, my delicious little babies. But yes, I did feel sorry, but the other part of me is he's got to stop now. There we are, feeling sorry for his damn self. There we are, because that's how it came across to me. Do you see what I mean? But if somebody else is feeling, say, really, really down, then they're going to sort of feed off his videos. There we are. Do you see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. But I didn't mean it in a nasty way. Not at all. It's just awful when somebody gets in that rut and then they stay in there. Do you see what I mean? It's to me, it's very sad. But it's not just himself. It's everybody else around him. Do you see? That's the point I'm making, my delicious babies. And of course, if they've had it for years, there we are. Then, it's not easy, is it? That's all I'm saying, my delicious little babies. Do you see? So anyway, please God that he finds a new avenue, there we are, to walk down. Do you see what I mean? Which is going to help him. But I certainly do not feel that finding a new girlfriend, because it will only be, a matter of time before she traps, you know what I mean, or gets bored of him, do you know what I mean? And of course, it would not be a very good idea to have any more little pitter-patter of little feet either, because that's not helping the situation either, is it, my delicious little babies? Do you say? So you have to look at all angles. Anyway, that's the end of my video, so sending each and every one of you peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings, okay? Wherever you are in the world, have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, okay, my delicious babies, okay? And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected. Okay, my delicious little babies, because I'm look forward to my lunch now, but I've got to go pop up and go and see our little baby princess and see where she is, whether she wants to come in. Okay, my delicious little babies. So until my next video, it has gone on longer, but anyway, but let's hope he sorts himself out, God bless. Do you know what I mean? Maybe somebody will see his videos and in the comments and to uplift, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Maybe there we are, somebody will be able to do that for him, do you say? But yes, my heart goes out to anybody, but not when it's, do you know what I mean? You can only partly feel sorry, there we are, for somebody. Okay, my delicious little babies, that's all I'm saying, okay? But would that situation be my cup of tea? No. And this is why I've been single for as long as I have. Oh, one last thing, my delicious little babies, I've just got to say. Now, the other day, I had somebody who I know, oh, they're such a beautiful little family, to go on holiday. Anyway, I've just got to quickly tell you this very quickly. And anyway, so I waved them off and everything, and really looking forward to their holiday, my delicious babies. And then on the evening, I had a knock at the door, so I opened the door, and I got the shock of me flipping laughing. I just looked and I thought, am I flipping effing seeing things? So it was the dear husband, and he said, Carla, and that doesn't mean no, he said, Carla, he said, I said, well, come on in. I said, well, I thought you meant to be. And then he said, he says, well, no, he says, because my passport wouldn't scan. I said, what? He said, my passport wouldn't scan. I said, so where's your beautiful little wife to be and your beautiful little baby daughter? He says, well, I said to them to go, you know. He said, we were crying at the airport and everything. How sad is that, my delicious babies? And that's their first beautiful holiday. It's a beautiful little family with a beautiful little baby, do you say? So, of course, he said, you know, he said earlier, he said, I was really upset, devastated. And I said, well, I said, if they really wanted to, you know, to help you in that, I said, well, your passport's there, isn't it? You pay for it, isn't it? And I said, so why couldn't I help you? Do you say? It's reminding me. And then later on, okay, I'd spoken to my cousin. And he said, oh, and he felt really sad, you know, like I did, you know, to hear this terrible news. Anyway, in the meantime, who it is, God bless, has gone to go and visit relatives in Cornwall. Okay, my delicious babies sort of gone there, okay? It's just so sad where you've got, you know, little wife to be and little baby in one place and then himself in another. Anyway, I spoke to my cousin now. He turned around and he said, yes, he said, I've heard something today as well, the same thing. I wonder what's going on. There we are, my delicious little babies, okay? Could it be? It's a bit like the driving tests. Could it be? You know, like, there we are, like over the years where you have only so many passes and so many fails. There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Seems, there we are, really odd. And yet I heard it twice in one day, my delicious babies. So, God bless them. It is not only they, is it? My delicious little babies, do you say? So what the crack is going on here then? There we are. I mean, they would have paid for their passports, wouldn't they now? Do you see what I mean? So this crack saying we cannot scan them. Oh, no. I feel there we are, there's something else going on. And not only that, but if you really spare a thought, if the holiday's already paid for, well, you only have so long to, you know, to be able to cancel, and there we are, and to get a refund, isn't it? So if it's on the day, well, you're not going to get Jack Sharp back, are you? See what I mean? My delicious baby. So who's there we are in pocket? Well, it's the flats, it's the hotel and that, isn't it now? You know, it's the brum brum, the wheels, the coach to take them to and from. Do you see what I mean? That's who's in pocket. And then, you know, your poor man there now is left, there we are, and the other one out of pocket, isn't it? Can you see where I'm coming from, my delicious babies, okay? So anybody with passports, please, you know, please check your passports. There we are, that's the best advice. But of course, you know, the ones in the world, you know, and like the putrid effing government, you know, where it's not what you know, it's who you know. Do you know what I mean? And yet I'm sure they wouldn't have that problem, you know, because I'm pretty sure that for their passports, they'd be completely and utterly worn out. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But they can still, there we are, step on a damn plane now, isn't it? I'm just done saying it. Do you see? Anyway, my delicious babies, lights off, that's it. So you just please take care of yourselves, okay? Smile a day keeps the doctor away, okay? Just like crunch, crunch a celery a day keeps the doctor away. And if you like myself, a moan a day keeps the doctor away. So I love you so much. I hope that the sun stays out and I hope that the wind drops and, you know, we can get a little bit of vitamin D. Okay, my delicious babies. So until my next video, so much love. If you do get to watch my video, so much love. God bless to you all, okay? Thank you so very much for any views, any likes with any of my videos, okay? And I hope that you found the information most informative, okay? To anybody who happens to have an interest. Love you. God bless. Take care. Thank you. Goodbye.